Okay. Results carry a lot of weight, and so Zonic has got a lot of results, Harry, to be frank. Like, people take the out of context clip, for sure, it didn't look good. It didn't look good. There's no one defending that, right? Like, Zonic didn't have a cool... But also, you're not on every day. Like, we give players bad days. Players going to have bad days.
Okay.
Coach is going to have bad days.
I think one of the issues there, and I think Zonic's done a good job of answering this, is like, he places a lot of the responsibility for these teams' failures on himself.
Sure.
And I think that's good. Like,
I think he's just got the combination of in and outside the game that's a really value. Like, you look at Blade and you go like, he's an in-game guy, he's a strategist, and then you look at someone like Taz, you think, okay, maybe he's more.
All right, look,
let's hold this.
Let's catch this pistol round, and then we'll get back to the big Zonic debate. Oh, a couple of kills coming through. GamerLegion get out through short.
Oh, yes, they do, Harry, and they get popped like bubbles, those heads exploding. Look at the low health, 3 players on 20 as the bomb gets planted. Usually you'd say the GamerLegion are favored, but I'm not even sure. Falcons just need a single bullet per player to get themselves back in this round.
Yeah, low HP. Kicksang going to try and lead this charge. Oh, that's clean stuff on a ZTR. But these crossfires were ready, and Slend might be low, but you wouldn't know it. Look at that, a whirlwind from Slend. 3 kills in a second.
They really weren't ready for him backside. They cleared the first player, and then Kicksang looks away to pit. He's got the cover of the pit smoke. He needs to clear that position fully, and Sang gets away with murder. Let me finish my Zonic thing. I think not only the results speak for themselves, but also every single player speaks highly of this guy. Even Flames recently said on Talking Counter how valuable Zonic was when he was in Vitality, when they were in the team for the same time a few months, and how much he helped him in and out of the server. And he put one-on-one prep with him to help him more comfortable in certain positions on certain maps. The point being, not only does he understand the game, obviously played at the top level, but also won at the top level in CSGO, he also knows how to work with people. And I think that that's underrated, having both of those factors.
One of my favorite responses to that whole thing was from Zonic, where he actually said, like, he realized in hindsight how fortunate he was in previous teams with like Astralis and Vitality, and how it's harder to build the project up from kind of the ground up, right? And I think in a way, you know, that's almost something that he's had to learn. And I think the other thing, why people say the whole fraud watch angle is, sure, he didn't have the best team ever in this Falcon squad, but he also didn't have the worst, right?
No.
And their results have been pretty rough.
I'll say this, everyone has to do media and interviews and stuff, and sometimes you wish some people would stop talking, right? Like you definitely, it doesn't help when you dig yourself holes in these interviews, you know, like the whole previous Falcons roster and stuff like that. But that was always going to, we all knew that was going to happen, and yet we still laughed when it did. So I think those factors don't help. People love to hate, and you know, bit of hate, bit of banter, bit of rivalry is fun, but he's still the most accomplished coach in Counter-Strike. Is he the best tactician? No. But I think he has a nice mix of factors. But also, I'll say this. We're watching. What's going to happen? If MongolZ joins this team, expectations going to be even higher, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, well, at that point, if they don't, that's like the best indication, the fraud watch, right? Like,
True.
If they still keep losing,
they're talking
then
6 months.
It's like, okay.
But they just came off the back of a grand final in Cluj. Sure, team list wasn't as impressive as it is even here. We've got Spirits missing. Same for Vitality. Solid start to this game for GamerLegion, though, getting the anti-eco out of the way.
PR might be the GOAT.
He's got to be.
He's playing really well.
Yeah, he is.
And like, I don't know, I very much enjoyed watching him because he's not super resource intensive. Like the amount of times I've seen him actually just run, no util, no nothing, one-man army type vibe. Thinking back to yesterday out towards, you know, like the A site on Mirage where he would just kind of jaunt out ramp like it was casual. Even now, left to his own devices over in the apartments, and it's a good clear on Magisk. But look, this is the eco round. Falcons were never going to win this, guys. Leave Zonic alone. He couldn't have come up with a round-winning play in this, Hugo. So stop judging him. They only had USPs.
Yeah. I'll give you. You've got me. You've cornered me there. You can't win every round.
No. That's Nico.
Heard of this guy? Who's that? You're trolling.
I'm trying to remember his real name. No, like his actual. Oh, what is?
You're trolling.
What is ETL's real name?
Frederick.
Is it? No. I was gonna say it didn't sound right.
That's Rez's.
Yeah, Mr. Sterner.
Eric. Eric is CTR's real name. Regardless, we're in.
What's his surname? I want to know if I'm getting it right. No, come on, bring it back up. Kixan with the spray. Gonna tag up the man whose last name I'm waiting for.
Do you know it?
I think
Say
it's... Is it Olofsson? No.
Gustafsson.
Gustafsson, that's it. Damn. I knew it had a sun in it. Just like a solar system.
Yep. It's good.
They've been smoked at Banana, Hugo.
Yes, they have.
And there's been some earlier damage done by Kixan on this smoke spam.
Dude, that smoke was very important. If he didn't get that down in time, GamerLegion was just about to explode.
Yeah, they were coming through.
He was alone. He's committed, and he would have been dead, and that would have been the round. So he's got a lot of nades. He's figuring out what he wants. Gonna get him in. Ollie comes a bit early, but better safe than sorry. Still want to re-smoke here. At least I thought he did. Holding only a flash. Nico picks up the nades and brings himself around. We got 3 CTs in position as GamerLegion get ready to go. That molly's a big problem. They can't smoke it. They've just got to wait till the final few seconds.
Yeah, this is really late now for GamerLegion. Ollie slowed their roll into the triple stack. They go. And with Tessa's doubling up, they still don't even know about this player in a backside. Kixan gonna spring out later and put a stop to this round. There's no winning it for Slend. It's a battle for survival now as he's boxed out. Falcons take that one convincingly. Good prioritization on the util. I love that Kixan doesn't swing out. He lets everyone else take the contact. There are 3 players there. He knows there isn't time left. He knows the pacing is going to be very, very quick at a GamerLegion. The clears, the checks, they're going to be lazy because they're rushing the site for that plant. And so Kixan gets away with murder.
And you fall into autopilot a bit there if you're GamerLegion. You get 2 kills on the B bomb site as a player comes through the smoke and you think, hey, B's clear, we've done it, we need to get this plant in now. They obviously don't have time to clear every position, but you know, that just reinforces them sticking in the open. Really nice idea from Falcons, who pulled that B rotation in the final few seconds of when it was going to be allowed. So first round of the board here for the Falcons. GamerLegion still in control, still got money. Still looking to reset this economy. That's the riskiest nade drop
most insane. Oh my god.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Someone's saying, like, anyone got a nade? And PR's like, yeah, I do. And just runs out boiler, bro. Sure. It's all good.
Sure. Hey, got away with it. Are they going to just go off? This is very early. You know you're running into 3 at minimum. So they go a bit quiet first. Torsten in Banana. But not for long. Going to come back and assist on this A commit. Dexter, long side, AWP. He is the guy. He has to be the guy in this round. Smokes do not stop him.
Oh, no. Rez nails that opening, perfect placement. And then they follow up on a test. Says Magis, though, that's a good bit of resistance from down in the pit. Still, 2 kills from the man might not be enough. They've kind of already locked out of this round on position and numbers alone. Sadly, Magis needed 3 there for his team to even entertain the idea. And even then, they still would have been out of position. That's rough for Magis, does all he can. But in the end, it's in vain. Hell of an opening, though, onto Degster, right? Finally gets to bring out the AWP. Looks to get it on the board early. They win their first rifle round, so that AWP comes out. And he gets deleted.
Clean execute for GamerLegion, keeping it tight, right? They get the mid-control. They force Falcons into a safe setup. Then they throw a second volley with those long smokes, leaving really only one position open. And Rez just pre-aims it. I wouldn't call it a pre-fire, he goes wide, but he pre-aims it, hits the shot perfectly on Degster, and they're able to just collapse upon A. So it's a very reassuring round. Those are the rounds where we weren't really seeing them yesterday for GamerLegion. They were keeping it super basic. They were really B-focused against G2. That was in a game that they lost on the T side. Seeing a far better look from GamerLegion this morning. No AWP now for Falcons. Slan's taking it. The nade ready on Banana for the AWP peak. Oh, that could have been a collapse.
Yeah, that was real close.
Woo.
Kicksan and Nico both like to be pretty active in fighting for Banana, and I want to know how GamerLegion plan on using this. If they want to go looking for those fights, or if they're more than willing to give up the space.
Dude, the call this round was, let's use 3 nades on the Banana smoke to get a pick, and it hasn't worked. They still have more nades. Oh, but the AWP tags. Re-smoke, they're going to go through that, surely. It's a close player. Rez backs up. Kicks in. Still in this tight cubby. Will he remain? Molly definitely won't clear both sides anymore. Kicks and gets out. Dude, I'll say this. Nico is the only guy that makes this setup work. I don't see anyone else ever get value from this setup but Nico. So let's see.
Oh, there it is! Nico doubles up. Will he go fish for a little bit more? Low on health is Nico. Finally dealt with as Slend rounds the corner, but still, he's done his part in the round. Will it be enough for Falcons to hold on to this one?
Still scary.
Bringing everyone around, but Plant's going down regardless. GamerLegion will have a bomb to play around here. Smoke spam, but it goes back the other way. Slend with a vengeance. This is some important trades now to Slend, and he even manages to stay alive there. They spam him right back, but Slend is still in the picture. Low on health, short. But the numbers alone are a problem for the Falcons. They've got a lot of angles to clear here, so they pick up the pace.
Done.
But Molly in on that bomb, and no util to extinguish. That's a done deal. Hell of a turnaround from GamerLegion as they answer the call. A 2v4 from the GamerLegion squad, and it starts with Slend out through top Banana.
And to be honest, that's why, like, don't get me wrong, Nico kicks in, they get 3 kills from this setup. Please don't try that at home. I promise it won't work for you. But Nico always gets value from that angle. But it does feel like the top Banana is getting less and less valuable because it just gives T so much time to get into the bomb site, to get control. You almost would rather you always end in the bomb site and use your utility, you know, to buy as much time as possible, because then you have quicker rotates and you have players to assist. You can call for a flash from your arch player. That third guy, that rotation player, is never going to be able to help you in this kind of setup. And even despite the criticism there, they still get 3 kills, but it's not enough. Feels like it should be, but that's just the way Inferno's playing. Nice post-plant pickup for GamerLegion. They just keep the good times rolling.
starting to feel like Slend might be having a bit of a tournament as well. Yeah, he looked great yesterday.
Oh, there he is. Abs kill.
And now he's finding his impact even when he's donning the T-side AWP.
I mean, GamerLegion believe in it. They spent that 2 rounds ago. Oh, sorry, last round, in fact.
Yeah, nading the smokes open for him.
Triple nades on smokes. I think Astralis were doing that as well in a recent event. It might have been Cluj. But they had like really cool lineups for it from T-Ramp. So, yeah, knowing that not only, especially in this game where you're going to get banana fights from Nico and Kixon, it's a great concept for GamerLegion to play utility and try and set Slend up for picks. He's going for more right now, but passive setup. We're going to see GamerLegion run into this sort of stack. 3 players, Nico in the pit, might be uncleared. Nice.
How many more can Dexter get? He's done after one, but they haven't cleared Nico, who is behind enemy lines. He's going for the gun. No, takes the shot with the deagle. Nico only good for 1.
Yeah, Nico with backs turned with the deagle. We've been here, even in this tournament. But that's a really rough situation. How are you going to get more than a kill? GamerLegion swivel back and remove him after 1. I actually don't mind going for the gun there, I think. When you realize you're not being cleared, maybe you can get a multi-kill with a gun.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was gonna grab it, but
just took the shot.
Yeah.
Got 1. Not enough. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot this game. I feel like it's gonna be like a 2v5 kind of match where it's Nico and one other guy just giving us multi-kills and losing rounds. I don't know, man. Looking cold out of the Falcons right now. 6-1 lead for GamerLegion, controlling this T side like a dog on a leash, Harry.
What type of leash?
I don't know the types of leashes. I thought you'd go, what type of dog?
Oh yeah, what type of dog?
Right now, looking like a poodle, Harry.
All right.
All bark, no bite. The types of leashes? Yeah. I don't know what you're into. Well, this is a pace change. GamerLegion, they eat the nades, but they get up top banana. Nico stops Torsen in that attack. It's a set call for GamerLegion that gets denied. There's no flash behind that. GamerLegion, that's the one thing felt lacking. They're going to go flash middle instead, but look at the crossfire. 3 CTs here. Backstab for PR. He just comes out of apps, and he absolutely eviscerates them. My God. Knowing that GamerLegion were putting so much pressure on middle that Falcons dedicated all 3 A players to mid, and the orb gets shot in the back of the head. That is sickening if you're Falcons. You start the round 5v4, you end it a second later.
This is why, dude, watching PR has felt like such a delight. I feel like his plays are so often these sort of aggressive, timing-based moves. And that one there through the apartments was just fantastic, right? Like double porch setup. It's always vulnerable to apps. If you're the CTs, you're kind of hoping that there's a bit more presence, a bit more, you know, telegraphing on a player in the apartments, but PR snuck all the way up, gets in behind them.
And the thing that's cool about that is that's a set call from Spawn, right? Because GamerLegion went for something B, but PR was already set up. So regardless, I think they were going back to A anyway, and they know that because they've shown B, then they show A 5 seconds later. Falcons aren't even thinking about apps. They think it's, oh, they failed at B, now they're panic rushing A. That's what it looks like. And yeah, they're just not even considering that a player's just going to walk out apps. So it's, you know, you're a bit lucky in the sense that no one's watching you, but that's also the cool. That's also what you've set up to do.
I just love it because I think PR's like a very active, like, lurk in those moments, right? It's not like he's waiting and trying to catch re-aggression as they're making noise at banana, as, you know, his team is still maneuvering around the map. He's not like catching someone coming to him. He still is the one roaming and looking for the fights. I can imagine for ZTR, he's a bit of like a captain's dream because this guy doesn't ask for a lot, you know? When was the last time you saw PR like teed up with a flashbang for crying out loud?
Yeah.
He takes all of his fights on his own, on his terms, and often does it with no support. And I feel like his output is phenomenal when you think about that.
Super sharp. T-sided player for sure. Can Falcons find any sanctuary on this CT side? Dexter 1 and 6. Apartments line. We got a setup with Magisk. They're going for
Nico
the
says,
again.
"Can we have Monacy?" Zonic says, "We have Monacy at home." Monacy at home, 1 and 6.
Nice.
But I think he's getting a kill here.
Unless Rez just entries Magisk.
Although it is dry swing goat PR up against him. Oh, run away! Get out of the apartments! Go, 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 go. Rez, you'll take that. Magisk gets the opener. Rez out of the round. And actually, already from that one kill, there's a fair bit of info. Like, PR's been solo lurking through the apartments. So the fact that it's Rez you find jumping up bedroom, you know there was a heavier A presence now. That emboldens Kicksan a little bit to believe in this solo B hold.
Yeah, careful.
Bomb's now been picked up, going to start traversing its way back down through mid, link up with the rest of GamerLegion as they meet in the middle. Looks like they will set their sights back towards A.
Interesting. They had top B, they could have just executed, but now they're going into the stack. They're going to meet GamerLegion and Falcons in the middle. They trade out 2 for 1. It's looking good. Slend follows up. He's having a game. He's having a tournament, Harry. You called it, but are they ready for Dexter inside of the site? Needs to hit this one. Jingle forces the shot. Slend follows up. 3 kills for Slend. That's all it takes.
Calling the Slend hot tournament is like calling the cello MVP, okay? Like, it's... you you don't expect it. But my God, is he playing good?
Hey, Josh tried it at EPL.
Yeah.
It didn't work for him.
Yeah. No, he's having a fantastic game. Also, I love that we're talking about PR as the dry fight god, as Falcons are crunching mid, no util from GamerLegion. PR just wide swings, deletes the first guy, traded instantly by Slend.
That's so awkward because the clear is, as a call, is good for Falcons. If they're going to play 4A, they have to get info.
Yeah.
They're scared of B. Kicksan has no nades on B. The whole map is quiet. There's 30 seconds. The smoke's running out. Falcons need info. They need to crunch mid and fight as a pack or flank that banana hit. So they go 4 mid to fight, 3 mid to fight, and GamerLegion swing them while they're pressing W. So it's like, if GamerLegion are a few seconds later, I think Falcons probably win that round. But the timing is so good. GamerLegion get it done. Business in middle. Slend playing monstrous. That wide banana.
Dude, the other thing that feels awkward... Oh, wait, hang on. They're coming through, playing through that banana smoke. It's another one of these double setups over towards the sandbags. Nico and Kicksan will open. Even follow-up damage done through the banana as Rez.
GamerLegion been winning this smoke span every single time, dude. In middle and in B, they've been winning it. Falcons start it, GamerLegion finish it, every time.
Mate, you know that horrible feeling where you're playing an Inferno Pug and you and your boy are holding the B site down well, but your teammates just, it is like a sieve. The opponents keep getting through. Now you have no trust in the A players. You're jittery on the rotates. You're nervous. You're twitchy.
Feel like you
I think that's where, yeah, I think that's where Falcons are at right now. They're feeling like they have to try and force these banana fights because the 2 guys over at B, Nico and Kicksan, have been the 2 players with output here.
This is risky. Good work out. Nico catches him jumping up. Slend in the corner.
This is Nico almost admitting, like, look, I got to do this all alone. I got to win this round on my own, and so that's what he's going to do.
Took the AWP, Harry. Dry swing king. 20 seconds he's saving.
Good, honestly, because Nico on the AWP, he's dead for sure.
For the best. Oh, he could peek here. I would peek. Yeah.
Dude, the try, fight, God, why would you want them?
That's insane. This guy's a freak.
I love watching him, but I also hate watching him.
You know what I feel bad for? I feel bad.
He's so good, I hate watching him.
Yeah, true, it's a good one. I feel bad for his team because he's going to get poached. If we know GamerLegion, they're going to sell him. G2 are probably watching right now. Like, he's going to get bought because Mal's already sold him. Now, GamerLegion, they're going to drop him next. Not drop him. They're going to make that money. This guy is insanely good.
I think it does a lot for GamerLegion tactically as well, because, like, I know in pro meta, like, it's so standard for plays to be telegraphed, even if it's with a pop flash, right? Like, you give your opponent the lowest possible time to react with a pop flash, but that's still a form of telegraphing that the peak is coming, right? Even though it gives you an advantage. Whereas with a guy like PR, homie just shifts into gunfights and makes it look like he was the favorite all along.
I wouldn't call that a shift peak.
No,
I would call that a hard peak. That's a hard clear. It's just like his visualization of angles. Like, ooh, that's not a normal fight to take.
Toggled on now, of course. Wallbang, and then the smoke shot on Magisk.
Yeah.
This is where you're throwing the report in just to be safe if you're Magisk. You're looking at his HLTV stats page, and then you're looking at what he's doing to you now in the server, and you're thinking, something don't add up.
Nah, it's not. Yeah, life gamer. That's what we call him.
Electrical interference.
Check him PC. Well, your game gets a lot easier when your entries are coming from
this is why they're going B into like the 2 best Falcons players. Meanwhile, PR is saying, boys, I've shifted all the way out through A.
They can still go B, they just need to wait. The issue is Falcons 3B might continue to fight.
Dude, this is mad. Yeah, but I'm assuming they do just go A.
Okay. But now they've killed him. Oh, tempting.
But PR...
They want both. They want... Okay, they're faking mid. They're going back.
This is insane, dude. PR.
Yeah.
In the back line, that was a golden chance.
Oh, what? What?
Oh,
he can't see him. He can't see him. He literally, he's not on his screen.
It looked like he completely flubbed his lines on that flank, and then... Oh, and then Dexter.
Still happens on land, I see. Because, like, that's just... He just shoots him through the wall. Dude, yeah, show me this. Slen double, by the way. That round has no business.
Also, what the hell? This T-side AWP is, like, hitting better than any AWP ever.
I want to see that shot from PR again, though. What? That doesn't make sense.
It's so messed up.
Dude, this guy's the GOAT. You said it earlier.
Yeah, bro, he's been playing out of his mind, and, like...
Oh, this is where we're at, huh?
With the way that he plays and where he's left, there's no room for someone who isn't, like, confident or decisive and has the ability to win those fights. Like, PR would have to be a very different type of player if he didn't have these crazy mechanics to back it up.
Unreal.
And I like what you said earlier about his kind of visualization of angles and positions. I feel like he's got that down pat so often. Bro, like, it's not like Falcons are leaving these huge gaps over towards A. They've been starting 3-2 more often than not. It's not like they've been opening triple B in many of these rounds.
Never.
But he's always finding the gap, it feels like.
It's awkward. It's crazy nade.
It's fine, bro. He doesn't need nades. He just gets the whole belt out at the start of the round and then goes back to doing what he does best.
That's a good strat. Never, your teammate can never go, hey, drop me a smoke, and then you get caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Always have your gun out. Here we go, B execute. One guy here. The guy, the shotgun, against everything. After these messages. Flank, 4 players flanking. And we are just gonna feast. Just gonna eat them all up. How does he do it? He's got the AWP now. He can do it all. Kixon could win this round. No cap. Bit of cap. 10-2. What the bloody hell was that from PR, Harry? What the bloody hell is going on?
Like,
a rambunctious half.
Oh, I imagine that to the tune of the Big Apple. But it's like the most British version of it. What the bloody hell was that from Snacks?
Unbelievable.
No, but actually, like, dude, we caught, like, where I think one of the deaths from, I don't remember whose perspective, but PR deleted them, right? Like, he was the main character there.
Why are we looking at notes, boys? PR go kill. That's the only note I've got. Dude, I don't know. Like, I can't even talk about Falcons. I think it's a waste of time. I think he's live gaming. It's over.
I mean, like, it would already be bad enough for Falcons if PR was playing this well, but then you factor in that Slend is having, like, the renaissance of a lifetime.
Dude, that's one spray. Two headshots, another spray, a third headshot.
Like, make no mistake, this guy's the real deal.
Dude.
I actually forgot he got given the AWP at the end, so when the AWP kill came in, I'm like, oh, that was Slend. No, it was PR.
PR 16-4. Slend 13-4. Falcons 2-10. Torsen's meant to be like the banana goat as well. We always talk about it. Not actually, obviously, but really solid T-side banana entry player. Didn't even see them go B. Didn't even need that to happen. He's going to do a CT side instead with a flash play. CTR. It's tucked in backside.
I'm actually looking for, yeah, like, I thought one of the fights that would be cool here is I think Torsen kind of emulates Nico's approach to banana on Inferno. Slend tucked in though, and this guy is having a great game. The bait is here to set him up. The trigger discipline for Slend. That is brutal. Oh, a perfect, cold, calculated plan.
But again, that's all planned, right? Like, he hits his shots, but they set him up because he's the A player. He's down hiding in the B bomb site. Who's making noise for him? It's not just the two guys who die in B. PR is spamming. He's shooting nothing. He's spamming from Coffin. He's baiting them in. I'm the third player. No, you're not. The third player's in the site, and I love that he doesn't kill the planter either. He kills the cover. The plant comes last. Beautiful combo.
Yeah, it was perfect target prioritization. The fact that, dude, I think so many players would have fired the first, you know, like where you got kind of spooked as, I don't remember who it was, got close to him, right? I think so many people would have shot there, but Slend holds his nerve.
Dude.
And chooses his targets perfectly. Well, you know, you thought losing a call in a pretty dominant fashion was, you know, maybe just a slow start from Falcons, but maybe this is as good as it gets because they're getting steamrolled here. GamerLegion.
Monacy's like, do you do refunds? Here we go, Slend in the corner. CTR gonna peek off him. They've got cover and P9 farms. And I think,
you know, on the flip side, would this game have been more competitive if Monacy was in here with 38 kills at this point? Probably.
Maybe still be losing.
I think it's what would have been required.
Yeah, Dexter 2-10 has not had fun. Just got his second kill.
Honestly, the whole A bomb site got like bullied in that first half. And then GamerLegion just kind of stopped going A, not because it wasn't working anymore. I don't know, because they wanted a challenge, I guess. Like some kind of anime villain. Dexter.
Dead.
Pretending he's going to do something here in this 1v3. And it's convincing. We all believe him. We all believe him. Oh, they're kind of playing this really scared.
No time. No time.
But it's all good. Because Rez is here.
I think we will. The next development, the next evolution of CS, Harry. Some have talked about it last year. They've stopped talking about it because it hasn't happened. But it will happen. Positionless CS. It's got to happen. To a degree, it won't start as everyone just play where you want, but it will start with, all right, I can play these two positions depending on the game. I'm going to go here or there, because teams rely so much on kill feed reading, that you clear out a bomb site, you go, oh, B players are dead, and then you get killed by the A player who's in B off spawn. It happens to every team. Top teams are abusing it. Every good team right now is prep heavy. They have analysts. They're looking through the demos. They're watching the heat maps. Positionless CS. It has to happen. We'll see who gets there first. That comes with its own set of problems, don't get me wrong, but it stops this just abuse of teams playing, you know, out of the expectations, playing the wrong quote-unquote positions to catch people off guard, because everyone's doing that right now. And Falcons have been the victim of that in this game numerous times. (12-2) and silence on the map as it likely dawns on Falcons where this one's going. They might have this round though. It's low health Slend in the pit with the orb. A well-placed nade wins the round for Falcons. You can throw the nade safely from apps now. But they're just going to go contact. Give Slend a chance. Oh god.
Oh dear.
There's the nade. He's dead.
Oh,
wait,
one more with
what?
him and he gets out!
Where did the nade go?
No health for Slend, but he keeps on going. Second nade required, still 2 to the grave with Slend. He's done his part in the round.
And they're so scared of the site, they're buying time for GamerLegion to rotate in. Everyone is close.
Boom. Oh, quick flick back round, and there's ZTR to close it all out. GamerLegion and the runaway train that was Inferno, not even close as Falcons lag behind. That beautiful game put forth from PR and Slend.
Yes.
That was wild, man. They were
Very limited information. The rumors are it's after this event. That's what the men are saying. We'll find out if that's true. But so this could be the last outing with Dexter. It's showing. I'll say that. He's had 3 poor maps, and he might have a 4th here, which would put Falcons down 0-2.
If you go on a low, the only way's up.
It's true, unless you hit the floor.
No, then you're at the lowest of the lows.
Exactly. Got to pick yourself back up, Falcons. Map 2. GamerLegion's pick. And T-side looking for the A execute here. Magisk jiggling on the ramp with Julies. Oh, if he went, he would have killed the guy throwing nades, but there was cover available. But just goes back to Palace instead, trying a different route. They drop in. He takes 1. He can't take 2.
Yeah, deep control taken over towards spawn. Dexter trying to pick this up, but Rez and Torsen both hit their mark. They spot both remaining players now as well, so no need to keep fighting for CT. You've got time to set up in the site itself. And they're ready to triple swing this. Contact taken by PR. No help needed. PR is the one-man army after all.
Dude, just the realization, they're playing such Team CS as well. They go for the control, they hold, they let Falcons initiate, they win the fight, they re-flash CT on the second timing, get the info, and they don't overcommit. They all pull back. Like, the call comes in, everyone pulls back at the same time. There's no wavering away from the call, and they set up together. 1 guy backside, 2 guys triple. Just trades, easy game. Like, the individuals are what draws you in with this GamerLegion team, but the protocols and the synergy and the calling, it's really, really good.
I mean, when the squad was kind of first assembled, the names didn't draw you in at all, right? Like, and if anything, it was how they played that made them compelling. And then as time's gone on, and you've got more to grips with this squad, now you put some stock in the names in the roster as well. The other thing as well, I think this is a far better map for Torsen. I fully understand why you didn't see much of him on Inferno. Hang on, Nico.
It's gone back to that view model. Every event, different view model. He had it, he removed it, he has it again.
Who, Nico?
Nico.
Yeah. You know, I mean, a lot of people are tinkering with their view models right now. I've seen Carrigan changed his.
Yeah.
Can Magisk win this? Hang on. 1v2. It's not impossible. They're both low, but it's PR and Torsen. You were never going to win. Not versus PR anyway. But yeah, I think this is a better map for Torsen. I think Inferno, it's understandable why you didn't see much from him. Him and Nico actually play Banana very, very similarly. And with B being the one site that was able to withstand any of the hits, GamerLegion were very A-focused. And so as a result, the game was a lot more about PR because he's the one responsible for that side of the map. But don't forget what Torsen brings to the table. Ooh.
Like that.
I like that too.
A execute on the anti-eco. It is stacked by Falcons. Maybe some hope, but not a lot of upgrades here. Just pistols. And PR getting to farm.
I mean, this has gone way closer than you expected.
Yeah. The reset's nice for Nico, but with that smoke down, he can't stop him. Fading now, Nico with a chance on the Deagle. It's a default plant, but you're not calling double ramp, and Torsen's reset.
It does mean Slend is feeling a bit of pressure to try and play first, but he's missed that window.
Oh,
Still, there's no time on this for Nico to win it. So instead, just going to go looking for an upgrade that won't be found.
Oh, that's rough. Cleared every position so carefully, and none of them occupy GamerLegion. And by the time the penny drops, you know you can't win.
Yes, so the thing that's interesting as well about this Mirage pick from Falcons is that, like, this was the map GamerLegion yesterday tried to bring out to beat G2. As you said coming in, this is their, like, what, second most played map?
Yeah.
One that GamerLegion do have a lot of ideas on, one that they do frequent. So the fact that, you know, you got kind of bodied on the GamerLegion pick to open, and now you go to another map that's good for them, it doesn't give me a tremendous amount of faith in the Falcons here.
And worth noting, the GamerLegion picked T-side in this map as well. They wanted to be on the offense, make their moves, make their calls. I actually like that a lot, especially for a strategical team. Oh, Tessa's beating out.
That's a real rarity, right?
Yeah.
Another one of these solo players out of PR. This time he was backed up, though. Slend there for a trade at least, or an attempt at thinning the herd. Gets her to kickstand, and they know that Nico's low, so this round is still on for GamerLegion. Been sitting at 1 HP for a while.
I like the gamble for Nico, that hoping no one will clear his position, but it looks like they want to boost up. They're very wary about the window. On low health, Nico
the thing
knows
that's
he can't
mad
play
is
typical.
like if they decided to go up con, they might be tempted to molly window, and if they do, Nico dies. Instead, though, they're just going contact.
Yeah, it's the gamble you have to make on 1 health as you go into a position that they 50-50 clear the wrong angle. Clear in middle is good. Magis dropping one more, seeing the bomb and connector as well. Nico still in a prime position. Gives it away though. Dropping middle, there's 3 CTs here, should just be fine. Slime doesn't want to recommit to that. Grenade could be a problem. Tries to cross with it and it gets a kill.
I can't believe that got Nico.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
And now a 2v2. As GamerLegion might have started this one off on the back foot, they've grinded their way back in. Tesses and Magiska both tagged up as well. 3v5 for GamerLegion. And they're still in a position to win this thing. Slend with one more. And it's going to come down to this 1v1. Tesses goes looking, is aware of the ramp fight, but misses that opportunity. And so 3v5 for GamerLegion looking to come through. Kit picked up for Tesses, but needs the kill, needs it instantly, and he's just getting toyed with. ZTR handles that with perfection. Never gives him that required fight to win the round. Yes. And that is so frustrating if you're Falcons. You find PR in the apartments. You pick up a kill early on over towards middle. You feel like you've done enough.
3v5 like that really hurts. They had all eyes on mid. They had 3 players fighting connector. How does Slend... How is he allowed to get through con like that and jump across jungle?
That round hurts even more because it's not like a scrappy 3v5 either, right? Like it's a slow burning one, and
Falcons are like in position to trade. They're just unable to get the kills. Oh, PR. Did he go out Palace, or was that before the smoke bloomed? I guess. Magic smokes, he peeks, and then it pops. So another entry for GamerLegion, if it wasn't easy already.
PR's got to be one of those guys where, like, he'll offer to throw util, and ZTR will just say, no, bro, you just go gun out. Like, it's fine, you know?
They don't let him learn AIDS. I don't want him.
And he does, like, very earnestly try and dump his util belt as fast as he can, it feels like.
It does feel like that. Setting him up for Cat. Double con. Are they push or are they just waiting in the fade? Contact made. Out they go. Tessus gets his. ZTR is a bit trapped here, but they're out B, so it's no worry right now for GamerLegion. They've essentially already won the round. Oh. The bloodlust in this game is crazy for GamerLegion. They are letting them know. 5-0.
I think it's sick.
Mirage.
They make sure every round is super punishing and that you feel like you're losing hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
and they are really making Falcons feel that way right now. You're not getting this save. You're not getting, like, consolation kills at the ends of rounds. No, you're getting steamrolled. Falcons with a timeout. But I don't know what advice you could give here when one of the biggest problems is there's this guy on the other team who doesn't throw util and just dry swings you and kills you. I don't know what the protocol is to deal with that.
You're really hamming up the dry aspect of it, and the more I watch, the more I agree with you. Like, he's almost never being set up.
No, he doesn't. And, you know, even in the rounds where he does have teammates nearby, it's not like he asks for anything. He just kind of fights. All right. Mid-control taken.
Oh, insta-boost, bro. You're in their head already. Look at this. Falcons double con. No one window. Oh, it's cooked. Oh, Rez has 2 kills.
This is where if you spend too much time marveling at the individuals on GamerLegion, you forget that this is a tactically sound team as well. That is a great adjustment on the back of the tac timeout from Falcons.
Last thing you're ready for.
Wait. Kicksan.
That's bomb.
That's the bomb dropped over in apartments. Has the captain of Falcons just carved a path for them to try and find their first round? Dexter's orb still here and waiting, but the bomb makes it out of there. And a slow-burning 2v2 starts now with Rez already out in the window. Still here from earlier on. Torsen might look to link back up with him. Instead, Rez being very, very loud about his presence. Whoa. Oh, well, bye, Magisk!
And now they're going B anyway.
And he's going to get the info. Yeah. Dexter's here, but the B play not needed. Rez too hot.
Dude, that's unbelievable. We've been talking about PR and slaying the young guns all day long. Who knew it was the ex-ninja to come through with a big 4-piece? Boost window, they're both holding con. He just clotheslines them. And even though Kickson makes it interesting, it matters not. Flushed out of B. Rez, clinical precision on every kill. Could not ask for more.
Something I think that's cool about Rez in this team, and this being the squad that he goes to after his departure from NIP, the longest standing NIP member, it's like, you know, this is a bit of a rebuild from the ground up if you're someone like Rez. You know, you've been in one of Counter-Strike's biggest orgs. Sure, they fell off hard, and no one's defending NIP. But, you know, he was there for a very long time. And it's not like he went and joined some super established squad where he kind of goes and plays like more supportive roles of like an experienced player. No, he comes into a very young and hungry team, one where he still gets to share his experience. They make keen use of that, and he brings a bit of composure to the table, but Rez still gets a lot of room to flex those muscles and play like a star.
Yeah, and I also think the environment of being around a young, hungry team that want to improve and want to get better and want to make majors, I think that's probably going to re-inspire Rez in a way to want to play better himself, and he's certainly shown that. Torsen one-tap Tesses, by the way, in case you're wondering. Fired one bullet. Okay, bomb first. Spacing not great, but Rez gets the trade, and then they activate. GamerLegion slaughter Falcons.
I think, you know, in a few of these moments, you see some sloppiness from GamerLegion, but I think that's from confidence, not... you know, gaps in their protocol or errors.
Are you ready for this angle, do you think?
Nico is.
No. Oh, he's not, but he flicks in time. Bit of a whiff for Rez. Bomb is B, by the way. And Slend is AWP connector. GamerLegion feel like they can do no wrong. And Nico now has to wait for Slend. He knows where he's going. He's going to check this in a second. Oh, but he missed the timing. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Like, Nico knew what was going on there, but he had to get that kill. He can't go for the retake until he's gotten rid of the guy lurking. Dude, 7 rounds in a row. Those Falcons fans, wherever they are, avert your eyes. It's a nice dig. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to make of it. It's not the Falcons we've been seeing.
Well, on the upside, m0NESY knows how to beat this team.
It's true, he did yesterday.
And that's why they're bringing him in.
Just for GamerLegion.
The fact that Torsen was so ready for the smoke break. That shot was close.
Bombs in.
5v5. 5v5 retake.
Yeah, arguably Falcons' best position in a minute, but that smoke's a big problem. They've got to flash through.
Yeah, there's re-smokes available as well. ZTR waiting with one of them, but Torsen and Rez will get run through. ZTR hangs around up close, but a nade on the smoke blows this open. ZTR and PR combine. They lock out this CT push. 2-on-3 now for the Falcons. Are they seriously giving this up?
Yep. 5v5
retake falls on deaf ears as Falcons head for the hills. They'll migrate out of this round. GamerLegion 8-0, still flawless.
I like the util combo for Falcons, right? The nade and the flash timed well to break both smokes, but I think Nico on the second time missed his jump on Ticket. I don't know if he was jump spotting. Looked like he just missed the jump up there, and that's a big problem. It lets that close CT player just get 2 more kills and stop that retake entirely. Falcons brawl in a 5v5, but GamerLegion, they're throwing hands right now. Knockout blows, certainly on that first map, and looking to do it all over again.
Looking like they just want to slow walk out Palace. PR likes this. And Bomb's still over in the apartment, so GamerLegion with room to reconsider based on where they find their successes. And yeah, they are just going to leave. I'm guessing they do want to link up. Like, when you have 2 players over in Palace, your mind's made up a bit that this was going to be the A play. Falcons actually have mid. They took it with 3 players here. They're playing the top and bottom setup with Nico actually getting aggressive now in the mid round and taking away. That smoke doesn't do anything to kind of pull the wall over Falcons' eyes and make them think it's mid. Nico's already pieced this together, but now there needs to be the reactions to this info. Need more bodies over towards the A site because Magisk was left alone there for an uncomfortable length of time, even while Nico had confirmed that mid wasn't the objective for GamerLegion. It's Nico's flank or it's nothing, because his teammates have been melted in mid in the connector. And so now this becomes a mission for Nico and Nico alone. All the way through Palace on this backstab. But he won't find a single kill, won't find anything. He's even been spotted now. Rez. All right, these are nice for Nico. But he can't win this. There's no win in this round. He just got to run away.
His team just all get eviscerated again. Magis stuck behind triple. Torsen jumps out Palace and kills him. 2 players smoked out in con, and then they he died to bomb. Oh, it just gets worse, Harry.
Oh, it's like
it just gets worse.
Everything that could go wrong is going wrong.
Yeah, they need the smoke, but then the T-flash comes through, and so Kixon can't see. Dexter's up close. He gets jumped on over stairs. And at this point in the game, GamerLegion played with so much confidence that they're just running at you, man. Like, don't get me wrong, there's strategy behind it, there's good util, they're trading, the comms are going well, but they are just pushing. They are just going for it. And so Falcons can't stop the roll of GamerLegion. Well, confidence fueling this T side.
Something else I kind of hated about that round, though, was Falcons. I like how they started. Their setup in the start of the round was good. It was 1-1 between A and B, and then 3 guys in mid in a triple mid setup, planning for action there. But then, like, you're at the 40-second mark, smoke's gone in window, and Nico is top mid at the boxes, going further forward. He's no longer open to lower tunnels, but they keep the double mid setup. And we didn't see actually like what angles they were watching, but it looked like they were holding on to lower. And I'm thinking, like, with Nico in top middle, lower can be a one-man job. Really, I don't even think anyone should still be watching it at that point in the round. I wanted to see more adjustment from Falcons, like someone actually reacting to Nico saying, guys, it's not mid. Well, then why are you still 3 mid?
It's a good point. Magic's got hung out to dry there.
Yeah, he died, and that's it. The round was over.
I thought it was because the con smoke came in, but they didn't need to respect it. Like, they could have came out left, right, and fought together, but I guess there's also an angle where it's like you're waiting for the flank. So they were just stuck on the other side.
Well, yeah, then at that point, it felt like they were stuck between 2 equally awkward options of committing or giving time to Nico, and they kind of did both, but as a result, it didn't work.
See you, Nico.
Torsen, aggro, but bailed out by Magisk. Falcons looking to break through in round. Oh, PR.
Oh, don't win this.
Oh, you horrible, horrible man.
You can't 2v4 for 10-0. You're not allowed.
No, it's
actually not allowed. Good move for Nico, top mid push. Very good move. Has great timing. They recommit to A. Falcons stay to A. They know Nico's hit the timing that the bomb can't leave. So this is, okay, it was a 2v4. But it's now looking pretty good.
Yeah, but it's a 2v2 for the site control.
Yeah, but they don't need to fight necessarily. They just need to be on the same page. Tessus has info on the cross. Boost is really good, though.
You just don't want the limbs to get cut off one by one, right? You need to, when you get that info, either fight together or tuck in. And yeah, they spot them trying to go aggressive. Now everyone tucks to lend Nico time. Falcons are playing this one well. ZTR takes a lot of damage as a consequence of getting the bomb planted. Nico got lent just enough time for the backstab. This is a Falcons round. It's only ZTR left up against them. And they have a vague idea of where he can be. As they clear out everything else, he has to be in this smoke. Tess says, will cleanly deal with him.
Yeah.
And Falcons are on the board. In that round, they play around the Nico flank far better. That was really well handled in the 3v2. For how horrific some of these other rounds have been, I'll give them their flowers there. They did good.
Yeah, it's one round.
One round, though. Important to mention, as much as I'm celebrating them, it is just one round. And an immediate timeout for GamerLegion.
I love it. They want it as clean as possible. They don't want to let the Falcons back in. They want to make sure.
I could just imagine Ash right now. He's probably saying, like...
Guys, I don't even need this time.
Yeah, I don't need this time. This is just to tilt them. We're going to do the exact same thing, guys.
That is actually...
That is, like, the quintessential Ash timeout.
Very aware of the mental warfare is Ash. What a beautiful game this has been across 2 maps for GamerLegion. Yeah, he's got a big grin on his face when he's calling the timeout.
I also love that he tells his team he's playing the mind games. That's something else I think that's sick about Ash. He doesn't just do it and keep that to himself.
Gotta keep the energy up.
He'll say like, guys, I'm only doing this to get in their heads, and then just go quiet.
Dude, PR did it again, by the way.
Classic.
He just pushed the palace smoke. The palace smoke is bad, for the record. He pushed the palace smoke, killed Nico on stairs.
Oh, you tell Andy hate watching PR.
Yeah.
Like, he goes to get...
But you've got to throw nades. But you've got to clear positions with utility. Think about the game from a tactical level. If the enemies are blind, then it's that much easier to kill them.
PR, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I've spent 400 hours learning every pop flash, every smoke.
Doesn't matter, bro. Look at PR. This guy doesn't even know a single nade. And he doesn't need to.
Oh, Gibson's trapped. Oh, good on
Gets out with one.
Yeah.
Does well.
Maybe. Are they back?
Maybe.
Oh, no, PR's alive.
PR is alive.
Oh, no, Tess is mollied. Oh, no.
I still think Slend should fall here, but PR's going to have one for free.
Just wait for your mate. PR coming out.
Oh, God. Dexter is fucking terrified. Yeah, there it is. PR dead. Good stuff, Dexter. Nailed it. Never even worried. Oh, wait. Very extremely worried. Oh, God.
The last place you're ready for. The last place is the flank.
Yeah.
Check everything else first.
What if Slend is the mastermind, though, because he's not open to the Apps flank. He's holding on to short right now, and eventually the penny starts to drop. Magisk right into the crosshair. Slend with the 1v2. And GamerLegion continue running away with this series. Individual moment of brilliance, one after the other for GamerLegion. And now it's Slend's turn, back in the limelight, reminding us all just how good this tournament has been for him.
Oh, dude. And yeah, we saw that palace smoke. It's terrible. PR just going through. And one shot is not enough for Dexter. No scoped and clutched upon Shaw. He gets an opener, but it is looking again like, at best, a 10-2 half. Unbelievable form for GamerLegion. This is why I was confused yesterday. Sure, it was G2. They're definitely playing better right now, but it didn't feel like the GamerLegion we know and love. They are warmed up today. They are feeling it for once. They are running. PR, man. Final attempt. Flash round. Ollie is good. And it's going to hold Falcons back till the dying seconds of this half. This is worse than Inferno. This is 11-1.
What more can you say about it than that? This is such a... I don't know. I don't even think it's worth talking about Falcons in this. This is all about GamerLegion. They're looking so good. And it's great to see, because that was sort of my issue with the G2 game yesterday. And I said it when we finished that series. I said, like, it actually felt like GamerLegion played the better Counter-Strike. They just lost the game, you know? Like, I feel like they were making good decisions, good reads.
But the individuals
they weren't making a lot of mistakes either. Like, tactically, it was sound. But yeah, in those individual moments, it was G2 with the weight, right? Monacy, heavy goal with clutches. Snacks actually, surprisingly having like insane amounts of impact. And so, you know, there's an element there that could just be attributed to some days you're not feeling it. And so I think you could have left yesterday with a bit of knowledge that, okay, if we didn't get off to some crazy slow starts, right? They went 0-6 down map 1, 1-5 down map 2. And then both of them, they still made close in the long run. You know, the game almost got decided by economy. You lose a couple of swing rounds, a couple of swing moments, and suddenly it feels like it's a bit out of your hands, you know? Like, if you remember, at the end of that series, they were playing every round with, like, MP9 armor. Even when they're winning, it was one guy alive. It was kind of brutal. But here, this is GamerLegion when the individuals are feeling it. The tactics are still sound, but now each player is kind of living up to their end of the bargain as well. It's not just relying on ZTR's brain to try and get these rounds over the line. And look at how scary they are when this is how they're playing.
Very interesting team to be watching right now, where everyone has their moments. Torsen is certainly no stranger to them. Double up on the dualies on ramp. Rez follows up.
Dude, have a flawless pistol. Go on. That's like the ultimate feel-good. Kicks down, ruins it. Was it worth it? Ruining the flawless pistol?
He's boxed in.
Oh, and there's still, dude, I would hate this. And he knows they're gonna fight him from behind, and there it is.
No one peeking. So everyone is.
I love it. They're so grimy, but like in the best way.
Nothing short of impressive here for GamerLegion. Not just that they've dispatched the Falcons, but just the way they've dispatched the Falcons. An incredibly one-sided series. They have turned Falcons Mountain into a molehill. 13-2, now looking for 13-1. Here we go.
Oh, and it's looking to come crushing down around the Falcons. Slen backs up. Slen recommits. Slen wants to fight them all. And here's that last man, ZTR, as the captain to walk it over the line. GamerLegion with a dominant win over the Falcons. It's not even close.
3 rounds in a series. Falcons now sit but a BO3 away from elimination in Bucharest.